Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the weekly comic roundup. We've been making our way through this week's DC haul. It's taken a little longer than anticipated, but we're at the end of this week's DC books. We'll kick things off with Absolute Batman number 5. So where we left off, Batman had agreed to a payoff from Black Mask and the Party Animals. So the issue opens with Bruce getting presumably rabies shots as a child from when his father was killed. He was locked in the bat enclosure, and Dr. Leslie Tompkins tells him if he starts to grow fangs or pointy ears, he should call Leslie right away. But Alfred's watching as Batman is heading towards the drop-off for the money, and his handler has called him to tell him that they have what they need, and he says that Alfred should leave as well. Meanwhile, Martha Wayne talks to Jim Gordon about the mayoral race, and it seems that his opponent has the endorsement of Harvey Bullock. And, well, Gordon pretty much thinks it's a lost cause now. But Martha reminisces about when her and Gordon met, when Martha was arrested for carrying a sign. She's also carrying a sign at that point. Apparently, Gordon broke the sign on accident because it wouldn't fit in his trunk. But he laid into her all the way to the station. Then, but when they got to Gotham Central, instead of booking her, he let her go and even gave her money for a new sign. She says that the point is that most times in Gotham, people surprise you in awful ways. But sometimes, once in a blue moon, they surprise you in good ones. And she tells him to get his old ass up. But he goes apologizing about the election to her, the Zoo Memorial Light. It's not being lit this year because of everything going on, and he wants Martha to tell Bruce that he's sorry. And apparently Bruce and Gordon talked to Bruce at Thomas Wayne's funeral about what's going to become of the zoo, and that Thomas Wayne was the kind of person that shone with bravery. And he sees that when Jim sees that when he looks at Bruce as well. But Black Mask and some of the party animals show up to make the payoff. Apparently, he's already spent some of Batman. He's already spent some of the money. All of it, in fact. And he activates the searchlight that is in the symbol of, well, basically the bat signal. And burns the money. He takes on the party animals, and there are snipers in place to take out some of the party animals. But Batman's taken down with some net launchers. Also, one of the party animals that has a flamethrower and tries to set Batman on fire. Doesn't really seem to take. Batman manages to escape the roof, and looks like the GCPD is also gunning for Batman. But Barbara Gordon is at the scene and responding. She sees Batman. Hits him with her car, in fact. Tries to shoot him. Batman simply says, "Then do it." And his mask is falling off as he basically escapes into the sewer. And she doesn't shoot him. So. But Black Mask opts to address the city. So he grew up on a pig farm, and one of his jobs on the farm was to kill the pigs when the time came. He's a bolt gun, and sometimes, usually just be a simple bunk down. Sometimes there'd be a spasm. Kind of joy. Apparently, because they only occurred when if the pig didn't tense up. When the pin hit, he just relaxed and accepted it, which led to the main pleasure center of the brain being accessed during when the bolt hits. And party almost seems to be loading up money, or offloading money. And Alfred basically tells Batman to stick it. And it says that what's coming next is on his head. And furthermore, the payoff has been for Batman, intended for Batman, has been offered instead to the people of Gotham. And 3 of the party animals make their way towards Jim Gordon and Martha Wayne. That is where the issue ends. Interesting. Curious to see about what's going to happen with Gordon, especially. But anyways, moving on to our next book, we've got DC vs. Vampires World War V: Darkness and Light. This is something of a anthology one-shot. Part of the overall story, but not necessary. Presumably, though it'll likely be referred to in future issues. So the issue opens months ago in Barrie, Ontario. Some children are being hidden in the floors of a house, and but the house is attacked by Wonder Woman's and some of and some additional vampires, including Red X. But they find the children after killing the people. Apparently, it's Harper Row and her brother Cullen. Harper is kind of defiant, and Wonder Woman takes a liking to her, even turns her. And well, tells her some of the rules, like they just tell her to forget what Harper learned about her own about vampires. They don't have to be invited in, but it is a question of manners, not law. Wonder Woman can fly, but presumably other vampires can't. Most vampires can't. They can turn the bat. Only a few of them can turn the bats. It is a gift that also requires singular focus. But holy water, ultraviolet light, crucifixes, wooden stakes, sometimes beheading. Vampires are hard to kill, but not impossible to kill. Garlic. What about garlic? Well, it's delicious. Doesn't bother vampires. But Harper tries to, or Wonder Woman tries truly to truly turn Harper into a vampire and keeps her brother Cullen locked away, basically making sure that he isn't turned into a meal for any of the other vampires. At one point, Harper escapes from the city and meets the vampire resistance. However, of course, Wonder Woman shows up and saves her from death, further death, true death. I don't know. And Harper goes to bring her brother a steak, but her brother's been killed. Harper tries to get a suntan, and days and days and days later, she's healed and she goes hunting once again. She happens upon Guy Gardner, and Guy uses his ring to kill Harper. And Wonder Woman seemingly kills him. Diane mourns Harper as the story ends. Our next story starts off in Athens, New York. A young man finds Alfred Pennyworth, Green Lantern, in a crater. Alfred relates his recent tale, and his ring isn't all that doesn't have that much of a charge, it seems, or at least his willpower isn't strong enough to really make solid constructs. But Alfred's host takes him to someone that can potentially show him how to use his ring. Guy Gardner. He's managed to basically recreate with his ring organs, which keeps him alive. But over the course of days and days and days, Guy trains Alfred as well as he can, and the training seems to stick. Takes on a vampire and successfully. Then, however, he goes after Wonder Woman. But Guy shows up and attacks it helps Alfred out. And they managed to send Diana flying off. But and seemingly Guy dies, so telling Alfred that his anger is a gift. He shouldn't try to fight it. But and apparently Guy's death was a ruse, basically to bolster Alfred into maybe potentially taking the fight to the vampires. But anyways, that is where the issue ends. Good couple of stories. I'm looking forward to the return of the main series. But anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.